Hi, guys. Last winter, I presume, I forget when exactly, this Palestinian Muslim guy in Australia was taking Sonia Kruger to court, or whatever her name is, Sonia to court, and he assaulted Avi outside the court. Okay, let's see what Channel 9 says.
He's been called a serial pest, taking high-profile Australians to court dozens of times over claims of racial vilification.
I think
But
Australia
today,
should
Sam Ekamawi
deport
was the
him
one facing the law
back to
for an alleged
Palestine.
assault on a fighter for freedom of speech.
Live streaming outside court in June last year.
How you doing, brother?
With a tide of supporters, Avi Yemini is waiting for Muslim advocate Sam Ekamawi, who had just had a hearing in the racial vilification case against 9 Sonia Kruger. Then it got heated.
Listen, don't shoot be nasty, little hey?
The alleged scuffle, described in court as a punch, a lunge or a haymaker, has landed the 75-year-old with an assault charge. His barrister claims he was trying to block the arm and phone filming him after being intimidated and provoked. But the Crown argues he reacts to words and a clear and utter overreaction when he could have kept walking. The alleged victim, Avi Yemini, is himself no stranger to the spotlight. He's part of the right-wing political group, the Australian Liberty Alliance, with 200...
They say right-wing. I don't agree with that. He's not left-wing, but he's not far-right.
1,000 Facebook followers. The 32-year-old activist and freelance journalist was at court last year to highlight freedom of speech, claiming all he wanted was a response, not violence.
You may get hurt feelings sometimes. It doesn't justify violence, ever.
Exactly,
Sam Ekamawi
mate.
couldn't.
Support the scumbag. We don't want this Palestinian guy in Australia. Go away.
9 News.
And that's how I feel. No, we don't want him. The trouble.
G'day, guys. So, the last 24 hours here in Sydney have been unbelievable. And I'm going to quickly recap and catch you up
and I support
on what
Avi.
actually went down. Yesterday morning, I attended as a witness to the case against Sam Elwaki, however you pronounce his surname, the Palestinian man that has dragged 22 people through the Human Rights Commission, including Alan Jones and
because he didn't like their opinion, right? And he's offended. That's why I want that Palestinian guy deported. So my subscribers know why he's a nuisance.
At least Sonia Kruger. If you remember, he punched me outside the last hearing. Interestingly enough, he tried to take the not guilty by self-defense approach, even though it's as clear as day on the both CCTV and the live footage that you've all seen on my pages. Now, I had a blast giving evidence. His lawyer was trying to push me into corners that he couldn't get me into. Some of it was quite entertaining as well. I'm really excited when I get a hold of the transcripts. I might reenact it or just read it. There are some really good laughs in there. But more importantly, on the 1st of March, it's been adjourned for the verdict. That's where it matters. And I believe the judge, she may not like me, she may not like what I do, but I believe she will hold him guilty for the assault, because I can't see any other way. Then we went to Lakemba pub, the Lakemba Hotel.
Right.
Now this one was interesting because ever since I've been involved in this space, most of the threats against my life, the threats to kill, whether it's to shoot, stab, acid attack, horrific stuff that you don't want to ever even think about, have usually come out of, the majority have come out of one specific area in Australia, and it is Lakemba and surrounding areas. When Debbie came to me and said, "Hey, Avi, I want to do a pub night in Lakemba," I'm like, oh crap, but yeah, why not? Let's do it. And we went. I was nervous. I was on edge. I was thinking this could be the last night. I thought, I've never seen so many people who actually want to kill me. But about, I don't know, 15, strong supporters, people who believe in the cause, believe that we should be able to go to a pub anywhere in Australia. When people ask me, why are you going to the pub in Lakemba? My answer was, why not? That's Australia. It still is Australia.
That's right.
Unless you want to see the entire country go down that track where you've literally got areas that you refuse to enter, we have to be willing to go to a pub anywhere. Now, it was a small little pub. I think police got there before us and kind of had a control from the outside of things. There was riot police circling the pub. There were a few undercovers in there. But it was all very on edge. Now, but we had a few beers. It was great. We did what we anticipated, what we went there to do, which was literally have a couple of beers with a few locals and some people from outside of the Lakemba area. And we were on our way. The funny part. So obviously none of those jihadis that have threatened my life ever have come. No one even came to confront me there. Now, when we left, suddenly I start getting notifications from a group that were there, and they're publishing photos from behind going, we were at the pub and Avi was too scared to come up to us and whatever. I didn't even know who these people were. And it's funny, you want to call me a coward? I came into Lakemba, into your area. Yeah, I was on edge. I was on edge in Lakemba.
And I don't like
if you got the messages over a sustained amount of years,
it's a dangerous place.
And decide to go into the lion's den like that, you should be on edge as well. If not, you're an idiot. But as I leave, they started publishing that I was a coward, that I didn't come up to them. I didn't even know who these guys. I didn't know. I seen some people looking at me, but I looked around, didn't know. If you're so brave, why the hell didn't you come up? You know what? You could have come up and shook my hand. In fact, I think one of the leftists who did come there, he pretended like he's a patriot or whatever, came up and shook my hand. Yeah, I could see something was wrong with him. We were ready, but there'll never be a problem unless you throw the first punch. But all in all, it was a good day. It was a successful day. We're waiting for the outcome of the verdict from the Sonia Kruger case, the case yesterday, and we've proven that if Australians want to reclaim any part of this country, no matter how far you think it has gone, it is possible, and we must continue to do it together. But that's it for now, guys. I'm out now to catch my flight, going to Manchester for the weekend to join Tommy Expose the BBC. I can't wait. Hope to see you guys there. Anyone that wants to support my work across the world, Patreon, Israeli, Avi. See you on there.
Thanks, Avi. Have a safe trip to Manchester. Okay, thank you, guys.